Hey guys, it's Duke. I'm standing in front of a playground, a local playground, and this is exactly we are going to learn the Swift programming language, and we're going to play around with the language features and everything, alright? But now I'm just kidding. Playground is actually a new feature in Xcode, and it allows us to test or play around with all the language features. So let's open up Xcode and create a new playground. If you didn't install Xcode, then install it now, and I will come back home and demonstrate the language for you, okay? So let's do a demo when we come back home.
Often in time when we are programming, we have to deal with data, or in other words, it is information. But as a developer, I would like you to refer information as data, right? So when we have the data, we want to do something with that. We want to do things like store the data, or we want to do things like retrieve the data, get the data from maybe the internet, or maybe from some file, right? And we want to store the data, we want to retrieve the data, and even more, we want to do something more with the data. We want to subtract those, add those, or even do fancy things like going over the internet, put them in the internet, or get data from the internet. And that all is manipulating the data. But in order to do all of these, in order to maybe store the data, get the data, manipulate the data, we have to give the information, some pieces of information to the computer, because it is not that smart. Swift or Xcode or the computer isn't that smart. We have to give those some information about the data. And if you recall that in the last video, we talked about programming, right? It has vocabulary, it has grammar or syntax, and we have the rules. So this is one of the rules. If you want to have some data in computer, you have to give those some information. And some of those are things like the value of the data, right? What is the value? Maybe some number, maybe some string, some sequence of characters, right? Or maybe you give the data a name, right? We will talk about that, okay? We will have a demo about that, don't worry about that. But also we want to give the data some types. Maybe it is a number, maybe it is a string. A string is a sequence of characters, or maybe it is something much fancier, an image, a video, much more things, right? We'll talk about that. Now, the data types in Swift, actually, the basic data types, we have a few of those. The first one is integer. Integer is some round numbers, 1, 2, 3, 1000, 100, okay? We use that all the time. We also have things like string, a sequence of characters. But different from a normal string, the rule in Swift, or I think most of the language over there, you have to wrap around the sequence of characters in a quotation mark, okay, a quote unquote, alright? And that is, you have a string. And also we have decimal numbers, and usually we refer those things as a double, okay, just the terms, just the syntax. And that thing is maybe 123.34 or 100.5, okay, those decimal numbers, and we refer to those as double. And we also have true or false, and we will refer to those as bool or Boolean with the capital B.
Alright, here we go. We're opening Xcode, and on the left hand side you see we have three options on this welcome screen. You can create a new playground with this one. A playground is the place we can play around with all the language features, and later on when we are dealing with some more complex projects, then we can just write some code and Xcode will automatically run the code for us, right? It's a very cool place to test our code and learn new features in Swift. The second option you have is to create a new Xcode project. With this one, you can create a fully functional iOS apps or even macOS 10 app, which is in one single project. On the right hand side, you can see that these are all the shortcuts from my previous project, okay? And when you open that, we can open immediately this project also. So now let's open up a new playground, create a new playground by clicking into this. And for this playground, I will name this one variables. because we are talking about variables. And now variable is simply a placeholder for some value. Okay, and then we will talk about exactly what it is, exactly what the computer sees this code as. Okay, so when we open this one, okay, here's the playground, and this place right here we are having the text editor. The text editor is the place where you can write in your code. You can just type in any code that you want here, and of course you have to do it in a correct manner, or something that is syntactically correct, right? And it makes logical sense also, or else your program will not work. The first line, you will see that this is a comment. Okay, now the comment is notated as a greenish color. Okay, and it always starts with this 2 slashes. Okay, there are different ways to do this, but let's just use 2 slashes to write a comment. And why do we want to write a comment? Well, the Swift programming language, or most of the programming language out there, they are very much like English, but a lot of time there are a lot of logical sense doing with the code. Okay, it's things like you want to do with the internet or something that very complex code. Then what developers do is that they will put comments explaining what this code is about, what is this project about, what is this segment of code is about, so that later on, maybe 1 week later, 2 weeks later, 1 year later, when the developer comes back to the project, come back to the code, he or she can understand what he did here. Okay, or even more popular, his co-workers, his teammates who are working on the same project will be able to understand what this code is about. So comment is very important. And actually, in fact, when you are going to join Developers Academy online bootcamp, then we will working together. I will teach you personally like this, and we will be live. And I will ask you for every project comment really carefully. Okay, comment really carefully so that when I review your code, I can understand what you are doing here, or anyone review your code can understand what you are doing here. Okay, so now let's write a comment. I will have 2 enters over here, and then I will have 2 slashes. How about this one? I will say this playground demos how to use variables in Swift. Okay. And by the way, if you don't see, this is the first time you open Xcode, you will not see this line numbers. And the way you can turn on this line numbers is go over Xcode over here, preferences, okay, and then you click into the text editing. The text editing, you see that we have the line numbers over there. That's very good. Okay. All right. So in the middle form, you see this bar over here. This bar is the status bar. Usually we see that a lot, right? On the right hand side, this grayish panel, it says this is the result panel. Okay, whenever you do anything, the result of your code will be right on the right hand side. It's very convenient. Alright, so now let's focus on this line of code. It says import UI kit. What is that? Well, I don't want to go into really detail over here because it doesn't benefit us at all right now at this stage, but all I want you to keep in mind that this statement over here, and by the way, each line of this is called a statement. Okay, each statement like this, or each sentence like this, the import thing, okay, it will put every code that Apple already write for us, so that it is the foundational code, the fundamentals things, so that we can work on our project. Okay, just know that this simple line of code, import UI kit, it works. Okay, it helps us to make the project works. Okay, line 7, var. Okay, this one is var str equals hello playground. What is this? Well, a var is a keyword. Okay, a var is keyword, and this one, it turns out a var is the keyword notates or tells Swift that this is a variable. A variable is a placeholder or box that contains some value. And in this case, this value is a string. Okay, hello playground is a string. Hello playground in the quotation mark is a string. And in most of the language out there, every string has to be in the quotation mark. Okay, and this is the assignment operator. Okay, so now I want to run this slides a little bit, and we will talk about what it does inside Swift. What this line of code var str equals hello playground, it all does. So let's do that. Now, instead of having var str equals hello playground, I am having var my number equals 1024. It does just the same thing. Instead of having a string, which is a sequence of characters, we are having a number, right? Instead of str, we're having my number, right? So now, what is this var things? A var is a keyword. It is a reserved word. It is the vocabulary in a language, okay? It is the vocabulary in a language. And my number is the name of this variable. A variable is the placeholder of some value, and this value in this case is 1024. Okay, and the 1024 is the value of my number. So now I want when we write this line of code, var my number equals 1024, what does Swift do? Well, it turns out that it's do very simple things. It will just create a placeholder in the memory in the computer. Okay, it create a box, and inside this box it put 1024 in that, the value of 1024. Or in the case of my str, var str equals hello world, hello playground, it will put the hello playground inside this box, right? What else do we have? We also have the my number thing. What is this? Well, it is the name of the variable. So Swift will label this box my number. It is the name of this variable. So later on we can refer to this. We'll refer to this thing and work on this variable. Okay. So now I want to demo this with you. So right beneath this one, right beneath this var str, I want to declare a variable. And for this variable, I will call var. Again, var is a keyword, okay? And we'll have a number equals this number over here, okay? This name over here, it can be anything, okay? It can be any string. And for this one, let's say it's 1000, okay? Now, I want you to pause the video. Create another variable, and for this variable I want you to name it another number and assign the value of 2015 to this variable. Okay, so pause the video and we will come back later. Alright, I hope that you can do this. It's very simple. Just do the same thing like this. So I will do it like that. Var another number, okay, equals 2015. And actually I can do it any name like this, my another number, okay? Alright, so that is how you can create a variable, just very simple. Var the name of the variable and equal sign and the value, okay? How about we'll create another one? So I will have a string, var my string equals Developers Academy Bootcamp. Okay, so this is a string, and you can see on the right hand side, Swift tells us that the value of this is Developers Academy Bootcamp, and it is, right? We assign that value to this my string, okay? And then we have var programming language, let's say, equals Swift, alright? So we have another one like this, okay, cool? And now I want to tell you that this one, a number, it is an int, okay, or an integer, okay, integer like this. And for this one, and what is it I'm writing? Well, what I'm writing is a comment, right? This is a comment. So later on, when I want to review about what is variables in Swift, I can refer back to this project and you'll see that, okay, a number equals 1000, and this is an integer, okay? and this is a string, and notice that this is a capital S, okay, or this is a sequence of characters. Okay, so next I want you to pause the video again, your challenge, to create another string, and for this string let's name that my full name, okay, my full name, and assign that to your name, okay. And before doing that, I want you to notice the convention, or the way that we name our variable is this one. The first letter it is a normal case, okay, a lowercase, and each letter after that is an uppercase, so that it reads really good, okay, just like this. So let's pause the video and create a string of my full name and assign the value of your name into that string. Okay, I hope that you can do this. Now, let me do that. Var my name. Okay, instead of my full name, I will do my name, and that is Duc Tran. Okay, that's my name over there. Okay, and there's another, and this is a string, right? There's another type of variable we have, which is decimal numbers, and we'll call that a double. Okay, and we can do like this: var my decimal number. And that is, maybe we have 201.5, okay? So how about you pause the video once again, create another one, and I will create it maybe var decimal number 2, okay? We can have the number inside that, and that is maybe 199.0.4, okay? Anything you want, alright? So now, let's come back to this. We have the name of the variable is my number, right? We have the name of variable is the name of the box. What else do we have? We have the keyword var over here, okay? This keyword var, again, it tells that this is a variable, okay? But why is that we need this var keyword? Well, it turns out that a variable is the placeholder that its value can be changed. Its value can be changed. So let's demo this. What do we have over here? Alright, now we have my decimal number 2 equals 19,990.4, right? How about I will change the value of this? Decimal number 2 equals 100.5, okay? Then this value over here is 100.5. And the wonderful thing about Playground is you can just type in the name like this. And notice that as I type Desi, Xcode will auto-complete it for me. Okay, and I press enter, and the value is 100.5. So the value of this is changed. Alright? So now I want you to change the value of some of this. How about change the name of the programming language into something like Java? Okay, let's do it now. My name, my full name, let's change it into my name. Okay, just practice with that. Okay, so how about I will do it like this: programming language equals Java, and I have my name equals maybe something like David. Hello, David. Alright, so that is that. Next, we want to talk about this once again. Well, it is not the end, because when Swift tells that, when we tell Swift that my number equals 1024, it also knows one more piece of information. It knows that this is an integer on int, and that is the value of this variable. Okay, that is the type of this variable actually. Okay, so whenever we declare a variable, we have var my number equals 1024. We tell Swift several information. First is it will create a placeholder of the variable, okay, and we'll put the value 1024 inside that. It will name the variable my number according to the name that we give the variable. It will tell Swift that this is a variable, the value can be changed. It will tell Swift that the type of this variable is an integer, which is an int, right? Okay, one last thing I want to demo for you in this video is another type of variable in Swift, and that is Boolean value, or true or false. So So let's have another variable. I have var programming is fun, and that is true. Okay, right? I hope that you see that programming is fun. And as we move on in the future videos, you'll see that there's so many more fun stuff, right? And we have maybe var I should. Okay, again, you see that I use the underscore mark, and we can use underscore for the name of the variable also. I should learn Objective-C first equals false. Okay, again, this one tells you that if you are still considering whether you should learn Objective-C first or Swift first, then consider again. You should learn Swift first. Okay, don't hesitate. Don't think around, right? Learn Swift first, right? So that is that for this video. I would like to give you a code challenge for this one. So today's code challenge for you is, first, I want you to check out the code challenge document right next to this video. Download that code challenge document. Inside that is a tons of challenge for you to try out how to declare a variable, change the names, change the values of the variable. Okay, it will really help you to understand the concept and all the materials and practice with the variables. Next, I want you to ask me any questions. Just write out this video. You can see a comments box. Just ask me any question that come up to your mind, or leave us a comment. What do you think about this video? And also, I want you to challenge you once more. Go to the next video, take a break, of course, take a break, take a drink, go to the next video, learn about constant and explicitly typed declaration. It sounds weird, it sounds complicated, it will be very simple when we break it down. It's very simple. And again, until next time, I see you in the next video. Go out there every single day of your life, learn, create, and contribute to the world. Make your difference today and never give up. You see that we are here to help you along the way. You see that it's very important. It's easy for you to just start learning to program in Swift, right? We just take each step of the way. Okay, so I see you in the next video. Never give up.